UFC 302. Here's my experience.
I see my haters proud of me now. When I'm around, it's all smiles. I took over my whole town.
All right, to kick it off, like I said, on paper, the card could possibly be a 7 out of 10. On paper, this fight card did not live up to that 7 billion that I gave it. I would give it a solid 5. 5 out of 10. It was extremely boring for a lot of it. The first fight of the night that I want to talk about is Basil Hafez versus Mickey Gall. Mickey Gall looked fantastic on the feet. I mean, his right counter looked fantastic whenever he was tagging Basil coming in. I loved it. I loved it. I love it. Hopefully we can see Mickey Gall at least one more time before the end of the year. And Basil Hafez, he got the win, obviously. Who do you guys want to see him take on next? He said his dream fight is to take on Sean Brady in Philly as a main event of the fight night card. Do I think he gets that this year? Probably not, but it's wishful thinking. Who do you guys want to see them fight next? The fight after that I want to talk about is Mr. Grant Dawson versus Joe Solecki. I'll admit, that fight was boring as shit too, but it was pure and utter dominance from Grant Dawson. 3 for 3 on takedowns, completely smothered him on the ground the entire fight. From a fan perspective, you're not going to win very many fans, but as a pure fight coming back from a knockout loss to Bobby Green, like the way he did in this fight, he looked fantastic. Who do you guys want to see Grant Dawson fight next? After that fight, we had Yair Almeida versus Alexander Romanov. How Romanov is ranked at heavyweight in the UFC still blows my mind. Yair Almeida thankfully made that fight quick, took him to the ground, choked him out. Nice, easy, clean. But I think the most interesting thing that came out of that fight, Yair Almeida called for a fight against Rilgan in France. That could potentially be a headliner for UFC France whenever they get over there.
Tamo junto.
Dana, Mick, listen, I want to get to see France. Never seen France. And also, there's a finish right there. I got to finish. Hey, Dana, think about it.
Congratulations.
In the prelim headliner, we had Mr. Roman Kopylov versus Cesar Almeida, which is actually the fight that's playing right there. Fun fight. Roman Kopylov turned into a wrestler, which I do not blame him, going against a world-class kickboxer like a Cesar Almeida. Someone that's been in the ring 3 times with Alex Pereira and didn't get knocked out in one of them is very, very impressive no matter how you cut it. And Roman Kopylov looked great after getting choked out by Fluffy Hernandez in his last time out. I feel like Roman could still make a run in middleweight. I feel like he can. I feel like his wrestling was, I don't know if his wrestling was really, really good or Cesar Almeida just had very, very little lack of wrestling prowess. But anyway, Roman Kopylov got the dub over the rising star that they were trying to make in Cesar Almeida, and he did it pretty efficiently, if I say so myself. Who do you guys want to see them take on next? Kicking off the main card, we had Randy Brown versus Elijah Dos Santos. I mean, there's not really too much to say about this. Randy Brown just looked faster, stronger, more powerful. Shots was landed from his perspective. And Randy Brown did what Randy Brown needed to do. He got in the win column, which is always a great thing to see. Who do you guys want to see Randy Brown fight next? It was a very good performance from him, but it's not like, oh my God, I got to see him fight again. You know what I mean? But very, very solid performance for Randy Brown. After that, we had the vet fight of the card. We had Nico Price taking on Alex Morono in a rematch that was 7 years in the making, where Nico Price did knock him out after getting dropped multiple times in the first round in that previous fight. In this fight, Nico Price pretty much just walked him down. He didn't get the finish this time, but Nico Price beat Alex Morono pretty convincingly, in my opinion. Morono just looked slow, I want to say midway through the second round, and it continued in the third, and Nico Price just kept walking forward and making him pay. Then the fight with some actual excitement in it. Had Kevin Holland taking on Michael Oleksiejczuk. I mean, I thought Kevin Holland was out here. I thought he was out, if I'm being completely honest, but flash knockouts happened. He got his senses back really, really fast, and he was able to snap in that armbar really, really fast also. I had to turn away I didn't want to see it on live TV. I honestly didn't want to see that. I mean, the way his arm was turned, this was up. It looked bad. It looked really, really bad. But Kevin Holland got 50K for the night. Performance of the night. Love to see it. Who do you guys want to see the best gatekeeper in the UFC take on next? That ain't my words. He literally said that.
I kind of feel like I'm just the best gatekeeper you guys have ever seen.
But who does Kevin Holland draw in his next fight? Let me know. The most excitement I had for a fight that night was Sean Strickland versus Paulo Costa. They did not deliver what I expected at all. I was very, very disappointed in the performance from Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa looked like a shell of himself. It looked bad. It looked real bad. He was getting walked down by Sean Strickland in the Philly shell. He was getting walked down by him. That's not the fight I expected. I expected a war. I expected a Paulo Costa versus Yoel Romero type of war. That's not what we got. And yeah, Paulo Costa got on the internet after saying this.
I will do that. I will bring back that Paulo to take heads off, to finish the fight. I'm not that kind of content. Sorry, I'm not that kind of content guy. I do better move forward.
But it's too late. It's too late, bro. You gotta show us, man. You gotta show us. And for me, I can't be on the hype train anymore. I can't be on the hype train anymore. Right now, and I know he lost to Robert Whitaker and Sean Strickland. They're my two very, very high level skill fighters in MMA. But I gotta get off the hype train. He gotta get at least 2 or 3 wins before I come back. It's bad. It looked ridiculous. And if you want to see, if you didn't watch the fight, here it is. That's literally it for 25 minutes. You didn't miss anything too exciting. But Sean Strickland said he's willing to sit out however long it takes to get a title shot. Well, I'll get into that in a different day. Who do you guys think they take next? Costa just got caught out by Chris Curtis. I feel like that's a pretty fun fight. In the main event of the night, we had Mr. Islam Makhachev defending his pound-for-pound ranking against Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Going into the 5th round, I had a 3-1 Islam Makhachev. I gave Dustin Poirier the 4th. Dustin fought really, really good. He fought really, really good. He's not washed. He's not a bottom barrel. He can still put on some exciting fights. Will he? Probably not. He said he's fighting for a title. I don't think he's getting close to another title shot anytime soon. He would have to probably reel off 2 wins right now, and I don't think there's too many exciting fights for Dustin Poirier. I mean, Gamrot's his guy. He fought Gaethje, and I mean, who else we got? Michael Chandler, he fought him. You know what I mean? I don't think there's too many exciting matchups for Dustin to take on. I mean, he took on a young gun and Benoit Saint Denis. I mean, you see how that went. So I don't think there's too many more opportunities that we're going to see the Diamond in the octagon. And if this was indeed the last time we ever seen him, thank you for all the fights you have given us over the years. You are truly one of the better fighters to ever put on a UFC pair of gloves in the octagon. On to the other side of that, Islam Makhachev. He looked good. He looked good striking, which really, really surprised me if I'm being completely honest. I did not think his striking would be that crisp and that good, quite frankly. But with all that being said, he got back to his roots. He got a takedown, an ankle pick takedown, which was really, really nice. And then locked up a Darce choke. Picture perfect. That's how you want to end out a title fight. You want to leave no doubt in the arena who won the fight, and he did that by a 5th round submission. Fantastic for him. I know next for him, I don't think he goes up to 170. It's been floated around versus Leon, but we got to see how that shakes out. I feel like his next title defense is going to be against Arman Tsarukyan. After his victory over Charles Oliveira, it's very, very hard to deny him a shot right now. And I think that's a fun fight. I think that's a real fun fight. It's going to be very, very high level. Probably going to be wrestling heavy on both sides, game plan-wise. I don't think Arman Tsarukyan gets ragdolled the way people are trying to say that Islam does him. That's just my personal opinion. What would you guys rate UFC 302 out of 10? Like I said, on paper, I had it as a 7. Reality, it is a 5. Barely, maybe even under a 5. Everything was very, very hard. It was a very, very hard watch. You know what I mean? No knockouts on the card. Like, when's the last time that happened? Let's be honest. But how do you guys want to see the fighters matched up after this, after UFC 302? Drop your matchups down in the comments. I'll be very, very appreciative. And like always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you subscribe to see more videos like this. Like always, be good people. Peace.